Are you in the process of trying to figure out how to pivot your marketing strategy right now, or how to develop more effective content to increase conversions in your campaigns and ultimately get your target clientele to respond to your marketing campaigns? Well, ultimately, you're going to need to start with a very strong brand strategy. And one of the most important elements inside of that brand strategy is your brand mission. So let's jump in right now to learn about what is a brand mission and how you can develop a very effective one. Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Smart Marketing. I am your host, Jason Verdelli, and today we're going to be talking about brand mission and how developing a brand mission is going to help you develop a stronger content marketing strategy, a stronger channel marketing strategies to help you convert on your marketing campaigns, your digital marketing campaigns, and how this is going to help you set the direction for all of the marketing strategies that you're going to develop going forward. So let's dive right in and learn about what brand mission really is. And brand mission is very simple. It is how you're going to achieve the goal or the vision of your company. So as an example here, Procter & Gamble, their mission statement is, we will provide branded products and services of superior quality and value that improve the lives of the world's consumers. So a mission statement is really how you're going to get there. So we will provide branded products and services of superior quality, and it's going to mix that with the topic that we covered in the last video, which is your brand purpose, the overall why you're doing what you're doing, and more importantly, the benefit that you are going to provide the market. So, which in their case is to improve the lives of the world's consumers. Now, if we look at that, so that's really it's got the mission, it's got the how they're going to do it, and it also has the benefit, it's got the purpose, the brand purpose statement kind of built into that mission statement. And it also supports their vision statement. So their vision statement is be recognized as the best consumer products and services company in the world. So that right there is the goal. Now, obviously, that's a very broad, very big goal. But it supports the mission is how they're going to do that. So if they want to be recognized as the best consumer products and services company in the world, they're going to have to provide branded products and services of superior quality and value. So you see how these things tie together? And what this is going to do is, as you're going through this exercise, if you don't have a very strong brand mission, this is going to get your team thinking about how you're what kind of strategies need to be in place to achieve those goals. This happens a lot in marketing. You know, we get into we're so ready to jump into Google ads and Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, and all the different tactics and a lot of the different things that we can do to drive business, drive leads, and drive engagement, and all these different things that we do in marketing. But this has to drive to somewhere. This has to support a goal. And this is going to, if we have a brand mission, if we know how we're going to do that, we know that we are going to have to provide products and services of superior quality. That is going to help us to determine, how to position our ads, or maybe how to, what type of copy to come up with. So if we're trying to be the most superior, products of superior quality, we want to focus in our ad copy, maybe the call to actions, everything else that we put in our marketing, we want to focus it in on those qualities. And really, the brand mission is going to set the roadmap really towards where you're going to go with that. So it is giving you the roadmap for all the other strategies, all the other marketing strategies that you're going to deploy in your company. Problem is a lot of companies don't have a brand mission, or they might have a mission, it's on the wall and everything like that, but nobody knows it. Nobody really internalizes that, especially if the marketing team doesn't really internalize that and understand it. Then they're just sort of putting marketing out there, putting messages out there. They're sort of being part of the noise, if you will. So very important to get your team, get your owner, get your the visionary in your company, get your executives, get key people into a room, get them out of the day-to-day, and ask a few key questions. So the couple key questions you can ask to develop your brand mission is, number one, what do you do? What is it that your company does? And not necessarily specifically what you do. They provide, this service, this service, this service, this service. You're going to get that answer a lot. It's, that goes deeper than that. What do you do? What is the benefit of what you do? Do you help people? Do you make people feel more secure? Do you provide more convenience? Do you save lives? Every company does something. It is the output or the outcome of the services that you provide. That's really where you want to steer the conversation around that question, because very quickly when you're sitting in a room with executives, and I've done this a number of different times in working with companies through brand workshops and helping them develop new names for the companies, new brands for the company, or a new brand for their company, that question can go down a rabbit hole pretty quick into, we do this, we do this, we do this. So be very, very cognizant that what you do is really geared towards, or you want to steer your conversation to the outcome of the services that you provide. Another key question is, how do you do it? How do you do that? So that output, how do you save lives, or how do you provide security and make people feel really secure? How do you help people manage their business better? And what you want out of that specific question is the methodology, the approach. And that's really where, in a mission statement, a strong mission statement is going to incorporate methodology more than it does necessarily process. So it's more of the belief system behind how you do. Well, we do provide better security. We make people feel more secure because we do these 5 things, and we do these things consistently, and we do these things really well. Or so that's you want to get specific with that question. That's where you want to kind of break down the 5 steps or 10 steps, or however they do that. That's where you want to kind of document that process. The third question you can ask is, whom do you do it for? So this gets you, if you go back to the Procter & Gamble example, they are doing they're providing superior products of superior quality to the world's consumers. So they're obviously, Procter & Gamble is a huge company and they serve the world. But when you are having this discussion with your marketing team, your executive team, whom do you do it for? This gives you a really good chance to think about, who is your customer? Who are you serving? And more importantly, understanding not only who is your customer and who is your consumer. Because, of course, people that are buying those services are, it's a lot of times different than the consumers that are there. If you provide security, the buyer of security services or security cameras, for instance, is buying that particular service. And the people that are benefiting from that service are the people that are inside the building. It might be employees, it might be somebody, it might be family members inside of your house. So you really want to think about who are you doing it for? It's figuring out who your buyers are and the people that are buying those services, but also the people that are benefiting from that. Because a lot of times, those are the people that are driving the buying decisions. It's like, when you have a kid and they're watching, if they're watching TV or they're watching whatever it is, they're exposed to a commercial. They're watching YouTube and they see a commercial, some toy or some video game. They are going to be the ones driving the decision. It's not going to be necessarily the buyer. The buyer is just trying to suffice that need. So again, keeping these questions, I think, what do you do? Again, the outcome of what services or products that you offer. How do you do it? What are the specific steps and processes that you're putting in place to deliver the outcome? And then whom do you do it for? So understanding the behaviors and how how your customer and your consumer is going about making decisions. And when you can understand this deeper, this is going to drive what kind of content. And this, I'll break it down, especially for if you're in marketing and you're in Facebook ads and Google ads, and you're getting to that targeting screen where it asks for demographics and behavioral. We can break down your target audience by behavioral aspects. This is going to help you to make a very smart decision at that particular point in time, because you've thought of all of these things. Your brand mission has enabled you to determine what the targeting should be. You understand what outcome your service provides, what benefit it provides. You understand whom you do it for, so you can target more effectively. So brand mission, and we talk about these brand elements, this is more than just some high in the sky exercise that, it feels like you're taking a step back. It's not going to affect your today in any different way. Well, of course it is. You're going to target better. You're going to know what to fill in those 140 character description areas inside of whatever. If it's Twitter, if it's if you're putting out a Facebook ad, it'll help determine those boxes that you see. It's going to help you figure out what to fill in there. And ultimately, if you have money but you're putting behind these campaigns and you're putting money towards resources, it's going to help steer those resources in the right direction. That's why I always say your 3 pillars of your entire marketing. At the very base of that triangle is brand development, everything that we're talking about now. The second tier of that is content development. And then the third and final is your channel development. So if you don't get the right things right, if you don't get your brand mission, you don't get your brand purpose right, it is going to affect the quality of your content and, more importantly, the effectiveness of your campaigns, which is how you're driving people to your brand. So hopefully this has been helpful. Stick around for the next video. We're going to be talking about brand vision and how that fits into your brand purpose, your brand mission, which is what we've talked about so far, and how this is going to help you make a more effective marketing strategy going forward and help you get better results.